The subject of a news conference Thursday with Prime Minister Tony Abbott had nothing to do with flight MH370, but he was ready when asked about the positive identification of a piece of the aircraft.
And it suggests that for the first time we might be a little bit closer to solving this baffling mystery.
That confirmation of the flaperon found on Reunion Island last week came as little surprise to Australian officials or aviation experts.
It was pretty much evident when they found it, looking at the design and the structure of it, that it came from a very late model aircraft.
Aviation expert Peter Marasecki says more importantly, it gives us a better idea of how the flight ended.
For the flaperon to break in half like that or break up like that, that means it hit the water pretty badly, and the aircraft would have broken up and sunk.
The Australian-led search for flight MH370 is focused on a massive 120,000-kilometre section of the southern Indian Ocean. Much of that search has relied on satellite imagery, studying ocean currents, and technology to help scour the ocean floor. Before last week's discovery, those efforts had not yielded a single clue.
What we have found in the Western Indian Ocean does seem to indicate that the plane did come down more or less where we thought it did.
One thing Australian officials and aviation experts agree on: positively linking that debris to flight MH370 won't necessarily offer them any clues about the location of the rest of the plane.
The Indian Ocean has a very rough geographic floor. It is very mountainous, it's got canyons, it's a very large area. You can't really find anything down there very easily, even if they spent years.
But it has helped to clear up, at least in the short term, whether Australia will continue to lead the search.
We owe it to the 24 million Australians who use our skies. We owe it to them to try to ensure that air travel is as safe as it possibly can be, to try to get to the bottom of this terrible mystery, and that's why the search must go on.
But Mr. Abbott did not say whether Australia would continue to lead the search once the current efforts in the southern Indian Ocean are finished late next year. Greg Navarro, CCTV, Sydney.